On top of the climate change treaty is the nuclear deal with Iran, which the outline of which is expected sometime today. An outline expected, okay? Fox News contributor Gillian Turner is in D.C. All right, Gillian, you worked at the National Security Council under President George Bush and under President Obama. I have to ask you, which is the bigger threat, climate change or Iran getting a nuke?
Well, I think Iran getting a nuke, as we all know, is an existential threat. And look, at this point, the Obama administration really needs this framework agreement much more urgently than the Iranians do, and the pressure is on for them to get this done today. This is because for the U.S., this is a self-imposed deadline, so failure to meet it is going to make us look bad at the negotiating table, as well as the fact that the president is facing a Congress now that is chomping at the bit to take matters into their own hands and institute a new sanctions regime against Iran.
Well, we are told, the Associated Press is telling us, that all we can expect by the 6 p.m. Eastern Time deadline this afternoon, all we can expect is a statement saying that what progress has been made, what obstacles remain, and a commitment to keep on talking. It doesn't seem like that's a successful negotiation at this point, does it?
No. If an agreement is reached today in some form, it will pave the way for a more permanent deal later this summer. But if it's not reached, as you point out, the president is entering very dangerous territory here, and the likelihood is that the negotiations are really going to collapse altogether. And this is because a key faction of congressional leadership is going to pull their support for the president, side with the rest of the Congress, and vote for new sanctions.
Which is worse, no deal at all, or a bad deal which allows the Iranians a nuke in 10 years? Which is worse?
Well, a bad deal is worse because it really ups the ante for the Iranian regime. It really gives them a lot more leverage, a lot more freedom to execute this agenda. What's happened now is we're in essentially a position of managing their nuclearization process rather than stopping it.
What's your judgment on President Obama as a negotiator?
I think that here, the main premise of the administration was that going into these negotiations, if there is some success, no matter how small, what it will do is shorten the amount, lengthen the amount of time that it will take for the Iranians to develop a nuclear weapon, their breakout capability. But what we're seeing unfold is actually a situation where, should Iran get away with more than the United States originally intended, the likelihood is it's going to embolden other Arab regimes to follow suit in the Middle East with this arms race.
Got an arms race. There you go. Gillian Turner, thank you so much for joining us. Again, a busy day, very important day. We thank you for being here.